when purchasing 3 video games. Alright, so Tim received a $75 gift card to GameStop. Video games cost $5 and DVDs cost $3. How many DVDs can he buy when purchasing 3 video games? So this would be a linear equation in 2 variables. If you actually wanted to set this up as a problem, which yeah, definitely easy because you can just do 5 times 3 is 15 and then subtract that, right? So let's say if I wanted to represent this as an actual equation, I would have to give my unknown, my variables. It's okay, Lex. I would need to give my video games a variable, and then I need to give my DVDs a variable, right? Everybody is doing amazing. So let's say that my video games is going to be my X, and then my DVDs is going to be my Y. So if video games are X, and let's say I don't know how many I'm purchasing, I would say each one costs how much? My video games cost 5. So the equation would be 5x plus my unknown number of DVDs that cost $3 a piece. I can buy up to $75 worth without having to pay any extra money. So this is how you would create an equation in 2 variables for a word problem like this. Then you would be able to set up a table, and that's the exact same thing they did. They said, what is 5 times 15? 5 times 3, which is 15. They subtracted that from 75, and then they divided by 3. Exactly the same thing that you would do. So if you wanted to set up a table, okay, and you would say, if I buy, what y'all just said, if I buy 3 video games, I can buy 20 DVDs. So on and so forth. If you buy 1 video game for $5, how many DVDs would you be able to buy? It won't be a cute little, because 70 can't be divided by 3, so it won't be nice. But it would have to be whole numbers. Does that make sense, Raha? If you wanted to use a table, that's how you would set it up. Remember, we have an infinite number of solutions. So Lex, I'm not actually going to multiply the 5x and the 3y together. What I would do is I would insert values into the equation to solve. So they did 5. Let me see if I can write it over here. I said if he bought 3 video games, which is X, then how many DVDs could he buy? So I would do 5 times 3 plus 3y is equal to 75, okay? This would be my equation that I would solve to determine how many DVDs I could buy. Then this would be 15 plus 3y is equal to 75. And then you just go into your regular steps for solving linear equations in 2 variables, or this would be 1 variable now. And that's why they end up getting, there we go. That's why they end up getting y is equal to 20 for the answer. Does that make sense? Yes, it can be easy, then it can be difficult. Does that make sense, Lex? Let me turn on this fan, y'all. It's hot. Ooh. Hopefully that makes sense. So Abdi said, okay, so Abdi said that was cool. She wanted to do a linear equation in 2 variables. So anytime you have a linear equation with a word problem in 2 variables, all you're going to do is assign variables to both items in your word problem, okay? So if you're still in here, if you need to write an equation in 2 variables, all you're going to do is find your 2 pieces of information, and you want to always assign each item a variable, whatever it is that you are comparing or purchasing. It could be sales to number of dinners sold, anything like that. All you're going to do is assign each item a variable. So you're going to give something an X and then you're going to give something a Y. And it'll always be the price. You know, you make sure you tie everything together. Like for instance, I don't even know if they in here anymore. I don't think so. I don't want to go too deep into it because some of y'all may not be that in their class yet. But that's pretty much how you would do it. You just have to assign an X and a Y and go from there. Any more questions? Somebody asked about, who else asked me about something? Because I let y'all pick tonight. I think I'm going to start making Mondays. Hey, Goat. I'm going to start letting Mondays be y'all's choice, whoever needs help. And then I'll go from there. Hey, Eloise. Hey. Y'all want me to write all these word problems on the board? I said I was going to start writing. Matter of fact, look, y'all know I'm on TikTok Shop, right? So that's going to be my word problems because I need to make some videos for some stuff. She Teaches Math wants to buy 3 bottles of Guru Nanda black seed oil. So when you say a mix of word problems, Lex, what kind do you need? Can we do functions? Ma, what do you want? Be specific for me for functions. What do you need? Do you need domain and range? Do you need how to solve a function? Lee, you in class tonight or you don't have class tonight? I'm hungry. I'm not going to be in here too long. I'm kind of tired. Everybody ran away. We had a little group up in here in math club. Everybody got scared of word problems. Or you can even message it to me. How'd you do on your test, Goat? What happened? Why are you sad facing? Hey, Demand. I am hungry all of a sudden. You did horrible. What was your test over? Oh, you take it on Wednesday? For the what? The best EOC? Or the end of course? Is it for geometry? What was your test over today? Lex is typing me a question. Oh, the Algebra 1 EOC. So yeah, those functions is kind of... Hey, Genesis. No, I don't do trig substitution or integrals. Most often I do mostly algebra. Pre-algebra, anything dealing with, not anything dealing with algebra, but like beginning algebra, I do stuff like that. Distance, midpoint formula, and functions. The distance formula, midpoint formula, That's like dividing in half. Oh, somebody asked me to do vertex. The vertex. X is equal to negative B. X is equal to negative B divided by 2A. Hey, Ronan. A horizontal asymptote? Yeah, you beyond my learning on that one. But I will do this vertex problem just because it's a quadratic equation. And so I can help you with that one. Hey, Koya. What's up? How are you? Line regression? What class are you in, Go? What class is that for? What class is that for? How much of a... Oh my goodness. You're doing I do quadratic, but I don't do cubic. So y'all are advanced in college algebra. Yeah, see that's the solid college algebra. I do intermediate and beginning algebra. I remember that stuff. Is the person who wanted me to do vertex in here? I see your question, Lex. And that's a solution. Hey, Shaprisa. If I remember it, it is the mixture that's 50% orange juice. Let me get my mind back right. I haven't done a mixture problem in a long time. Is the person for vertex still in here? No? Okay, let me do your mixture problem, Lex. Okay. Oh my goodness, you're gonna make me think. Everybody minor in math once you get to count. Alright. You honestly can draw a picture with this to be 100% honest with you. It makes it easier sometimes. I think I forgot my little trick I used to do because we quit teaching this in developmental algebra. But let me see if I got it for you. Hold up. Okay. Let me go back up here. The mixture that is 50% orange juice. So how much of a in 60% orange juice drink must be mixed with 6 gallons of water of 40% to obtain 50%. Okay, so you need to mix a 60. How much of a 60% needs to be mixed with 6 gallons of 40% to get a 50%, right? That's what you want? Applied calculus has me beat. It has me beat for you because All right, so what you want is, let's see, girl. It's been a long time. So you need X liters plus this to equal this. So we're trying to make a 40% solution. Listen, I have not done this in so long. Let me regather my thoughts. So it says mix with 6 gallons of water of 40%. Girl, let me go back to your question. Let me make sure I got it right. Oh, I was talking about where I get water from. Oh. Lex, why you didn't tell me I had the wrong thing? So I'm just mixing 60% mixed with 6 gallons of 40% to make a 50%. Is that the question? So you're doing 60% mixed with 40% to make 60%, right? So we got X times 60% equal 0.6 dx. And then you got 6 minus x times 40% equal 0.40 6 minus x, and then 6 50%, 50 times. All right, let me see if I set that up right. Okay. Can you solve for x 5.5? Yeah, I got it. Solve for x 5.5 equals x over 6.3. Okay, yes. I'll scroll back up and get it if I need to. All right, so usually this is how you set it up. Did they tell you how to set it up? They didn't tell you how to set it up? Because you need to make 6 gallons, right? Hey Alexa. Okay, so this is what we usually do. Let's see if we can figure it out. So let's say you have X liters of this, right? And this is your 60% solution plus your 40% solution is going to equal your 50% solution. So that's pretty much what it says. Yes, so you're trying to make 6 gallons, right? Here, I'm going to have you join so you can read the problem to me. Because you typed it out. You said it's in person?
Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you, Lex?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. All right, remind me now, read it to me.
Okay, so it's our homework. It's all it says is how much of an 60% orange juice drink must be mixed with 6 gallons of a 40% orange juice drink to obtain a mixture that is 50% of orange juice.
Okay. So that's the only thing that's throwing me off because usually they'll tell you how much of it that you're trying to make.
Right.
So, because for instance, let's say if like it's if 8 liters of a 40% solution is mixed with 12 minus 8 or 4 liters of a 70%, the result is 12 liters of 50. So that's why I'm like, how are they trying to, does it give you the answer? Because I want to see if this works.
Uh, yeah. When I got it wrong. It says the amount of gallon 60% orange juice drink is 6 gallons.
It says the amount of gallons of 60% is 6 gallons.
Yeah, that's the answer.
Amount of 60%. Because the only way I know how to do it is if you were to, like I said, like, you have X, you don't know how much you need. Hey, son, you don't know how much you need of this one, but you have, a certain amount of this, right?
Right.
And so now you need to make a 50% solution. So this is the only way that I know how to do it. Um, is whenever they ask for, like, this question right here says, a chemist is working on his doctoral degree. He needs 12 liters of a 50% acid solution. He only has a 40% and a 70% solution. How much of each solution should be mixed together to form 12 liters of a 50% solution? So they're asking you, they already gave you 6 liters.
Yeah. I think one of my other homeworks kind of has a similar question to what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's similar, but I'll read it. It says, how many quarts of pure antifreeze must be added to 3 quarts of 30% antifreeze solution to obtain a 50% antifreeze solution?
Okay. How many quarts of a, so this would be 40% times 6 is equal to, let me see if that's going to work. Okay, let me see if this is going to work. To make a 50% solution, but then it doesn't say how much it is, huh?
No. It's like,
So this would be 0.6x plus 0.4 times 6 is equal to, let's see, yeah, I don't know. Don't give me the line. Because I'm like, I don't have a total here at the end to do my subtraction.
right. I don't
And
know
it
what
says
they got us doing.
this is supposed to be okay. Yeah, let me think on that one. When we get off of here, I got it. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I got you. All right. I'm like, oh, I gotta think about that one, but I'm gonna figure it out for you. Shaprisa, 5.5 is equal x over 6. Yep. That one I'm gonna have to come back to, Lex. But I got you though. I got you. Somebody said, yeah, yeah, we were trying to figure out how they got the 6 gallons though. I guess it'll just be half and half. 6 and 6 makes 50. Because it'll dilute it. You have half of 6. Yeah, yeah. It'll make it diluted. Because that's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, if one is 60 and one is 40, you put them together, it's going to make 50. Right? The average is 50. Joseph told you what it is. But I want to see how to set it up in a problem, though, for her, too. Okay, so, Shaprisa. It's a fraction. How do we get rid of the fraction? That makes so much sense, though, Joseph. Yep. I'm like, half of 40. Hey, Tilted Halo. Multiply both sides by what? What are we going to multiply both sides by? Yep. And if you need to do over 1, then that's fine. Okay, so we know that the denominators cancel out and x is equal to 6.3 times 5.5. Yep, both sides you got to multiply everything times 6.3. Whatever's in the denominator, we have to get rid of it because why? Why are we multiplying times 6.3? What makes us multiply times by 6, both sides by 6.3? To get x because it's the opposite of division. Oh, good for you, Kat. So now, what's 6 point? Hey, Quee, what's 6.3 times 5.5? 34.65. Everybody is in agreement. Oh, did you get it, Shaprisa? Oh, you good? Cause we was struggling on the problem anyway. Thank you, Raha. Oh, my other friend is on live. Everybody multiply 5.5 times 6.5. Yep. All right, very good. Perfect. Very good. You're welcome. You know you could have did that. Okay. Like I said, it's on y'all tonight. I'm just here to help y'all for this evening. Any more questions for this evening? We're going to do some more graphing this week. Oh, it froze? Oh. Whatever you know, if it's multiplying. Oh, vertex form. I thought that was you, Lex. Okay, so let's do vertex form real quick. Whenever you find the vertex form. So, Lex, are you talking about the equation for vertex form? Because I can tell you it, but I ain't never taught it, but I know it because I got it in my book. What are you doing with the vertex form? Are you finding the vertex? Or are you writing the equation in the form of the vertex? Finding the points. Okay. So if you're doing the vertex form, so for instance, if you're doing y is equal to a times x minus h squared plus k, then your coordinates are going to be h and k. That's your vertex. So anytime the equation is written like this, okay. Oh, b over 2a. Okay, never mind. Wrong one. Let's do that one. Did she give you this one too? Okay. So to find your vertex, if it's written like this, you're just going to look at the H and you're going to look at the K, and that's going to be your vertex. Okay. So whatever points, no matter what they are, and you don't take the negative, you're just going to take the whole number. You're going to ignore the sign. So for instance, if you had an equation that was y is equal to 7 times x minus 3 squared plus 8, what would be your vertex for this one? What would go here? Oh, I don't know set theory. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot. So what's in position of H? What number is in position of H? 3. And then what number is in position of K? Hey, Maribel. 8. So that would be your vertex. So if the equation is written in this form, your vertex is 3, 8. Now, if it's not written in this form, you can rearrange it to look like this, but it's going to take some work. Let's say you get a quadratic equation and it's in like the quadratic form. So for instance, they give you the equation and it looks like, let's say it looks like, and then the x for your vertex is going to be this. So whenever you're finding the x value for your vertex, you're going to set it up like this. No, so if it's already in that form, you don't touch it. You just leave it alone and you take the numbers that are in those positions. Yes, Shaprisa. Who said I'm late? Hey, hard hands. We don't worry about the 7. Only thing you worry about if it's already in vertex form is that. Okay? I got you, Shaprisa. After I do this one, I got you. So nope. That's how easy. I usually start about 8 and end about 9. If I start at 8:30, I still kind of end at 9 or like 9:15. Thank you for liking the live, Blake. So nope, you don't have to do any work, Shaprisa, when it's in that form. Now this one, you're gonna find your A, your B, your C value, but just so that you can know what's what. Hey Jazz, what number is in the position of B? What number is in the position of B, Lex? Hey, how are you? You have a good weekend? 10. So x is going to be equal to negative 10 divided by 2 times, there is a 1 here, and we just have to remember that. Oh, thank you, Blake. So I'm going to put the 1 so that you'll remember. And then you just simplify it. Oh, you did? You doing homework? Fun. So you have negative 10 divided by 2 over 1, which is this negative 10 divided by 2. And then Lex, what's negative 10 simplified? Negative 5. So now in this position where my x is, I'm going to put a negative 5. When I have one part of my solution, how do I find the other part of my solution? Hey, Nicole. Anytime I have one part of my solution and I need to find the second part of my solution, I'm looking for my y, what do I do with that number that I solved for? I got the negative 10 from, this is the 10. This is a stationary negative. It never moves. And so I went ahead and took the 10 from the B position in this equation and inserted it into the formula. So we always use the equation they give us and get our numbers and then put them in the correct position in the formula, the other formula. Okay, you're welcome. All right, so Lex, you hear what everyone is saying? When you find one part of your solution, if you have a coordinate, you just plug it in and it's going to shoot you out. So you input the -5, so it'll output you the y. Remember, it's input output with these ordered pairs. So I'm going to go ahead and input -5 into the equation. So y is equal to -5. Always use parentheses when I'm inserting a negative into the equation, plus 10 times -5 minus 7. Go ahead and simplify that. You're going to, everywhere you see an x, you're going to put a -5 because that's what it tells me to do, that x is equal to -5. So I'm going to replace every x with a -5 and always use parentheses when inserting a negative. No, why would you, why do you think it's -7? Why did you think it's -7? Help me understand what you're thinking right there. Now, if I was talking about the x-intercept, then that's a different story. But I'm talking about the vertex. Why did you think that the -7 would be an automatic y value? You could be putting two things together. But remember, we have two different formulas. That was only for when it was in vertex form with H and K. Now we're doing ABC. So don't put, we can't put those two equations, those two formulas together. This is an ABC problem. That was an HK problem. So we have to keep them separate. Because remember, it was written a lot different than this one was. So yeah, keep those formulas separate. These apply to different types of setup of equations. Does that make sense? You only match the ABC with the ABC problem. You match the HK with the HK problem. So you got to keep it set. Math is very direct. Does that make sense? So what she did was give you a toolbox to use for different situations. So in this situation, because we have an ABC, we're going to do -b over 2a. All right, so then let's go ahead and simplify this down. Did anybody find the y value after plugging in the x? Hey, Ryan, thank you. Hey, is that Tanisha? Oh, Toy Nash. Shaprice, I haven't forgot about you. I'm about to scroll back up and get your question, but I'm going to get it. You over there doing homework? So Lex, I want you to go ahead and solve this out. Remember, we need to use order of operations if we have only numbers. How are you?
That is like really busy on some of those stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, you look like this. Did you
And
eat
then
something?
you gotta dispute this thing.
I heard, yeah.
They said it was partially damaged. It was damaged. They had to trash it.
No, they not.
So, yeah, they like that's the fact that was an automated response.
Yeah, did you take pictures of it?
Yeah, I had to take pictures of return it, so I took pictures of it on it. So when I did it, it was open and stuff. Like I said, they're bad. That's it. But yeah, I don't have the pictures because it was inside eBay. And so but you have to send pictures back. I made sure I took pictures of it.
But it's in your phone. It's in your hold on, yeah.
Nope.
I thought you said you took pictures of it.
Yeah, but it's like inside the app. You do it.
Okay.
The thing in a minute.
Okay. I'll be in there. I'm almost done. Okay. Sorry, y'all. eBay, we sent a return back to eBay. I'm gonna have to use my social media because they want to talk about. Anyways, I'm not gonna bore y'all with that, but they trying to keep half of our money, and it was a car part. Ugh. Coach, hey, coach. You got -32, 68. You got negative 32? All right, very good. Perfect. Yes, 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 yes. X is negative 32. Very good. Good job. Any questions on that? You good, Lex? The top fraction into a decimal? Okay, let me scroll back up and find you. 9 over x, then it's a fraction. 8 over 9. Girl. You good? Okay. All right, let me grab Shaprisa's and then we'll be done. Perfect. All right, Shaprisa, let me go back up and grab your question. 9 over x. Then it's a fraction. 8 over 9 on top of is equal to 8 over 9 over 8.2. Like that? I really don't do a lot of geometry. That one? She's in nurse. She's doing like nursing, medical stuff. This is medical stuff like that. Okay, so you can change this into a decimal if it's a nice decimal, or um, whenever the x is on the bottom, you can just actually, Shaprisa, you can just cross multiply. Just cross multiply. You can cross multiply, and if you want to go ahead and change that to a fraction, you can. But anytime you have a proportion, okay, you're gonna cross multiply. So I'm just going to take that 9 and multiply times 8.2. And then I'm going to take that 8, 9. And I'm going to multiply it times x. Now I have this. So now I have 8 ninths x is equal to 9 times 8.2. You got 0.88. So you change this to 0.88. So that's the only thing though, is it's a repeating fraction, so I don't want you to do that because it's not gonna give you if it doesn't give you like a decimal that goes to 3 decimal places, don't do that. So unfortunately, until you get to the end and then you can round it. So I want you to leave this as 8 ninths. X is equal to 9 times 8.2. And I want you to do 8 over 9x is equal to 73.8. And then I want you to do our regular things that we do whenever we get rid of a fraction. So you can make sure you get the 100% right answer. Yeah, it should be 83.025. So 83.9. How do you get rid of this fraction over here? How do you get rid of this fraction? How'd you get 83.9? Hold on. Oh, your kid's asleep? Okay. So remember, we're just going to divide both sides by 8 over 9. But remember, whenever we divide by a fraction, what do we have to do? Keep, change, flip, right? So this is going to end up being, or we end up multiplying by the reciprocal. I just always like to show you that we're dividing by whatever we're multiplying by. So we're going to multiply both sides times 9 over 8. Multiply this side times 9 over 8. Remember, there's a 1 underneath here. But literally, you're just going to do 73.8 times 9 over 8. Now, x is equal to, when I put this in my calculator, I'm literally going to do 73.8 times 8, 9 divided by 8. Just like that. I type it in with the parentheses. I make sure I flipped it. And then that gave me 83.025. So you should get 83.025. You see how it's not a repeating decimal? Right. And you can't do it. If you do that's not going to give you a concrete answer because the decimal is repeating. So it's not going to give you a perfect answer. So that's why you don't, anytime you have a repeating decimal, change it back to a fraction. Change it back to a fraction. If you get 1 divided by 3, change it back to a fraction and use the fraction. The nearest tenth would be 83 because it would be 83.0. Mm-hmm. Yep. Because what happened here, if you would have did 73.8 divided by 0.88, it'd have gave you 83.8. And that'd have been 83.9. And that wouldn't have gave you the right one. You're welcome. But if you want to make sure you get the right one. Hey Isaiah, how are you? Why you lost? We just did a proportion. We just did a proportion. I'm gonna do this one and I'm gonna jump off of here. We just did a proportion. Remember, we never want to change these fractions if they are not a ending. If the fraction doesn't end, we don't want to change it. So what you're gonna do is 9 times 8.2 is equal to x. And you could have did 8x divided by 9 if that makes it better for you to see. So then you could multiply both sides times 9 and then divide both sides by 8. But you just have to understand what you're doing. I just left it like this because you're just going to multiply both sides by the root. Hey, guy. Okay, Isaiah, good to see you. All we're going to do over here is multiply 8.2 times 9, which end up giving us, what, 73.8, I think it was? Super simple. Don't overthink it. 73.8. It's just that now it involves decimals and stuff, right? This is 8/9 over x. How do we separate multiplication? If it's a fraction, we always multiply by the reciprocal because that's how we divide fractions. Multiplying by the reciprocal. So what I'm going to do is multiply both sides times 9 over 8. Multiply this times 9 over 8. That simplifies down, and x is equal to, literally, because you're in dosage calc and all that, you do 73.8 times 9 divided by 8, and that's it. You get 83.025. She said that she had to round to the nearest 10, so I look at my tenths place, and I'm good, because remember, if you 5 or higher, you go up, but you're not, so it would just be 83.0. Bada bing, bada boom. It is. If you're doing a STEM pathway, you have to take college algebra. But if you're doing business, you take business math, or you're doing like geology. Anything that's not a STEM pathway, you can do a different type of math, like business math, elementary statistics, something like that. But if you're doing STEM, you have to take college algebra. So depending on what you are majoring in, it depends on what math you have to take. Everybody math is different. Yep, and it depends on how many. Hold on, let me see. Because all you're doing really with this type of stuff is just upgrading you. Hey, Charlie. Oh, no. What if both sides have a fraction on the top? 2 over 11. Okay. 2 over 11. And I want you to start saying 2 divided by 11 over 11. Girl, what? 2 over 11 on top of 9. Oh, on top of 9 is equal to 4 over 9 over 9 on top of x. Same thing, cross multiply. You just setting it up and taking it out of the proportion, okay? Same thing. I'm going to do 4/9 times 9. So that'll be 4 over 9 times 9 is equal to 2 over 11 x. And then I just solve it. Just like that. I don't know. I guess a meteorologist would be STEM. Yeah. Yep. Yep. It would be yeah. Is that STEM? I think so. Science, technology. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Michelle. All right. So Shaprisa, We got 4/9 times 9. Remember, if I'm multiplying this fraction by anything, what's going to happen to this one? 4/9 times 9. What happens to this fraction? What is this going to equal? What is this going to equal? Yeah, me too. It's going to, Yenny says it's going to cancel. The denominator is going to cancel because 36 divided by 9 is still going to be 4. Right. Good job, Yenny. Absolutely. Okay, Shaprisa, so help me. I don't want to lose you, so what do you need me to repeat? First of all, I'm going to ask you, how do we solve proportions? Anytime you have a proportion, what do you need to do to solve it? Anytime you have a proportion, I want y'all to answer me. Anytime they give you a proportion, what do you do to solve the proportion? No matter what it looks like, no matter you're going to cross multiply. So numerator times opposite denominator, numerator times opposite denominator. So now I have 4/9 times 9, and I'm going to show you if I was to do, remember, how do we multiply? Okay, let me back up. Do they let you use a calculator, Shabrisa? Or do you have to do it by hand? Hey, Lena, use your answer choices. Go through all the study guide that I have on my page and look at Mike Tuhi's page for different tips for the TSI test. But don't they let you use it? Okay, so we're not finna stress ourselves out about this then. We're gonna put in our calculator. Anytime you use a calculator and you use a fraction, you will always wrap that fraction in parentheses. So 4 divided by 9, because a fraction is a division problem. And you see why I do not convert it to a decimal, because it's not going to give you a precise answer. So 4 divided by 9 times 9 gives me 4. I'm going to write that down because I'm not going to stress myself out if they're going to let me use a calculator. So 4 is equal to, now I have 2 over 11x. How do I get rid of 2/11 times x? What do I need to do? How do I separate this? Because what operation is happening between 2/11 and x? What's going on? Lena said the opposite. What would be the opposite of 2/11? X is multiplication. So the opposite of that, divide. Uh-huh. Okay. Multiply times 11, divide by 2. So Shaprisa, you telling me to multiply both sides by 11 or 11 over 2? Because you need to, whatever rhythm you need to get down. Not Zoe, you're very close, but I want you to say multiply by the reciprocal instead of divide by the reciprocal. Okay? So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. You're absolutely correct right there, but I want you to say multiply by the reciprocal, not to confuse it, okay? So Shaprisa, remember, you're going to divide. And truth be told, I tell my students, like, don't trip out and try to remember to multiply by the reciprocal. Honey, if this is, or people, if this is division, multiplication, I'm going to divide both sides by 2/11, divide by 2 over 11, and I'm going to get my calculator, because we're not gonna make this harder than it is. And we're going to take 4 and we're going to divide it by, wrap the fraction in parentheses, 2 divided by 11, and we're going to let the calculator flip it and multiply it. X is equal to 22. So this reduces to 1 because anything divided by itself is 1. This ends up being 22. Just like that. How you feeling, Shaprisa? Use your tools. If they let you use a calculator, you don't have to memorize all them rules. She is becoming a nurse. So this is dosage calc. This is medical math. You got it? Do you have another one? You feel comfortable, or do we need to do another one? Do you have any more? Because she has to have it. I don't have it. Avion, I do slopes. I do. Let me see if I can find one with a fraction on the top. Let me see. I probably can't, but I can try. I don't think this book is that advanced. Let me see. I just have to make up one off the top of my head. Oh, you know what? I'm making look on my phone. Charlie, hey someone. I'm doing well. Charlie, you can ask for problems. I was thinking we multiply. Yeah, you multiply by 11 and then divide by 2. Yep. So remember, since the 11 is at the bottom, you would always multiply by the denominator and then you would divide by the numerator. So if I end up getting 4 is equal to 2 over 11x, okay? Since I'm dividing by 11, I'm going to multiply both sides times 11. And then that would give me 44 is equal to 2x because it's only going to cancel out the denominator. Then you would divide both sides by 2 and x is equal to 22. So you did, yeah. But you just have to remember that whenever you multiply by 11, you're still going to have that 2 left over. So you, okay, yep, you always multiply whatever's in the denominator. We just did it all at one time. That's why we went ahead and flipped it and then multiplied it. You're welcome. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. You're so welcome. Ratios. Actually, that's a ratio. What we just did was there's some geometry on the test. It is. You need to know your area, perimeter, how to find the area given the perimeter. You need to know that. So check out those questions. I think I have some lives on it that we did on the Lone Star. Go to my YouTube and we have like 3 or 4 different recordings on there from different TSI tests. Charlie, do you have a question about ratios? And we're going to close out with this last one. That'll be, because I'm like, I can't think of, Nichelle said do another one, but I can't think of one. Dots is going to be it's Sophia B math. It's, if you go to the page on TikTok, it's a little button that you can push. So this is what I want you to understand, Charlie. The dots is the same as a fraction. So for instance, if they give you 2 to 3, so for every 2 oranges, you have 3 apples. What you're going to do is rewrite this as 2 divided by 3. And they say for every 4 apples, then how many oranges do you have? Well, I did 2 times 2 to get 4, so I'm going to do 3 times 2, and I'm going to get 6. Or you can do, hey Leah, hey. Or you can cross multiply and divide. But this is also another way you can solve it. You can look inside, you can look outside, or you can cross multiply. There's 20 questions, but if you don't pass the first 20 questions, they give you about another 48. You're welcome. Yep, so just rewrite that dot, those 2 dots as a fraction. The test lasts as long as it's not timed. So however long it takes you to take it, that's how long it lasts. You're welcome. Hey Leah, how you been? So Nichelle, if I had another question, the TSI test is on my page. Hey Shell, I go usually about 8 o'clock, 8:15, between 8 and 8:30, and I get off about, matter of fact, in a minute, 9:30. Nichelle, the TSI test, you said 9. Oh, you said you said 9 on what? Oh no. Oh, we're talking about the TSI test. She's taking a placement test for college. Yeah, no, she's taking a placement test to get into a math class for college. Thank you for liking the live. Yeah, so that's all she doing. That's all she doing. Yeah. It was supposed to be 2 over 1 on type of. You gave me another question? Oh, honey, I didn't miss it. Hold on. Hold up. You gave me another question? Oh, the question you gave me wasn't right. It was supposed to be 90. Oh, you're welcome. Girl, did you ask to, did it kick you off and you just asked to join the live? Or was that an accident? Haley? Okay, so you treat, Shaprisa, you told me you gave me the wrong answer. It was 2 over 1 on type of 91. You gave me a new problem? Equals 9. Ooh, yeah, my board messing around about to, is finna file. Is that what you said? You gave me a new problem? You will. Oh, okay. Girl, what's 2 divided by 1? No. That was the problem we did before. I done messed up. It is supposed to be a 4 somewhere, ain't it? Equals 4 over 9. This it? Did I do it right? I get it right? This one is nice. Just simplify the 2 over 1. What's the 2 over 1 simplify down to? Oh, 11. Oh, so you didn't gave me the whole wrong problem? Not that you gave me an entire wrong problem. That's all right. This still gonna be the same thing though. All right, so 2 over 11 x is equal to 4 ninths times 91. Oh, this is pre-med for hey Shay. It's for what is it called, Shaprisa? I call it medical math. Cause she's going to school for nursing and so she have to do all these dosage calcs and stuff like that. I do. I yeah. Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday. So Shaprisa, how you feel about it? You got it? Okay, cool. Cause nah, you can't make them all decimals. Some of them you can make them decimals, but some of them you are not able to make them decimals. If it's a repeating decimal that never ends, don't change it to a decimal. Like 2 divided by 11 is a repeating decimal, so I would dare not change that to a decimal. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, nope. Cause she accidentally gave me a 9 instead of a 91, cause that was real easy to solve. Hey Jared, how are you? Okay, Kelly. Pop back on tomorrow. We're glad to have you. It was, oh yeah, functions can be a struggle. So, for this one, we're just gonna actually multiply by both sides by 11 since x is being divided by 11. Well, first we're gonna do this, so it'll be 4 ninths times 91. which is going to give me 40 4/9, which is something real ugly. 9 times 4 is 360, so it'll give you 364 over 9 is equal to 2 over 11x. So you would multiply both sides by 11. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you see how ugly this is now? Ew. Good night. Yeah, this is medical math. She going for nursing. Nope, we don't have nothing to cancel. Nope. So it's just gonna be big. I mean, I would still use my calculator. Um, and then I would multiply this. So, three. I mean, after I end up getting 22 and 4 over 9. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I got. Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, because I typed that into a mixed number. I did 4 times 91. I did 4 times 91. And I got 364. I just didn't touch the denominator. I left it as an improper fraction because I knew I was going to still have to multiply. So if you did 364 times 11 and then 2 times 9, that'd have been 81. But I just did 222 times 4 over 9. So I made it into a mixed number. Mm-mm. Remember top, top, bottom, bottom. That's why I said don't memorize them. If you can't memorize them, remember when you multiply fractions, no problem. Multiply the top, multiply the bottom. Hey, moderator. Ah. Bum 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 bottom. Yeah, 18, my bad. Hey, Emery. That's why I said I would be calculating all day on my calculator. I wouldn't be stressing myself out. Because that's exactly what I did. I did 4 divided by 9 times 91, and it gave me 40 4/9. So I just went ahead and turned that into a improper fraction. So I did 9 times 40 plus 3 plus 4. So then I got 364 divided by 9, and I went ahead and divided that by 2 divided by 11, and it gave me 222 and 4/9. And I left it like that because if not, that's going to be 888 over 9. That's just too big. That's just too much. Too much. Somebody said they had a question about their homework. Shar, if it's real, Shabrisa, that's all I got for you tonight. Woo, bless your heart. You welcome. All right, Shar, real quick. This will be my, I keep saying it's my last question, but it is got to be my last question. I got to go eat. You just jumped out you ran down the hallway. I didn't. Jumped out the shower. Oh, okay. Shar, what's your question? Hey, pretty black. Nothing? Okay. Well, love y'all to life. Glad that I was able to spend some time with you all tonight. Thank you for popping in and stopping by. Yeah, they may have left. I think they did leave. Hey Charlie, but thank you for answering that question for me. I guess they just wasn't. Hey, hey Avion, I'm sorry you asked me something about slopes. DM me and then I'll try to respond. But I'm gonna just get off of here and let my Oh, good, Eloise. Let my kneecaps rest for tonight. You're welcome, Shell. So glad that you all spent your evening with me learning math. It's always a joy. Y'all always give me energy. I always have a good time. But you're so welcome. And thank you, Avion. I appreciate it. I will see y'all if y'all jump on tomorrow. And if I'm able to get on tomorrow, I will see everybody tomorrow. Thank you for sharing the live. Hey, Lee, there you was. I was wondering if you was in. Okay, yeah, Charlie, pop in. Hopefully we get to see you tomorrow. Okay, come back. Tomorrow we'll probably do some more linear equation stuff, unless y'all have questions. Of course, we will. Hey, what's up, I am someone. Thank you. Hey, running up my lights. That's one of the faithfuls. Oh, you was here driving home? Okay, I figured you may be. All right, I'm glad you made it home safe, ma'am. Enjoy your night. I will. You're welcome, Flawless. Thank you for stopping by. It was great having you. You are so welcome, Sharisa. Good night. Them babies is asleep. We all finna get some rest. Bye, everybody. Lex, I'm gonna try to get that question looked at and answered for you. I almost forgot. Yep, see y'all tomorrow. Thank you. I am someone. Came in and ran up my likes real quick. Appreciate you. I gotta go do a dispute for eBay order now. They always trying to keep your money. Ready. Hey, August, you missed us. We out tonight. Peace, everybody. See ya.